welcome to Spill the Tea with Alicia G, where we interview that one special person each and every week. Who is it, you may ask? His name? Well, I call him the Wild Wolf, that is. But his official BIGO name is the Loyal Wolf 69. He's a construction owner. He is a phenomenal cook and officially an official host here on BIGO. That is right. Guys, we're about to line him and we're going to find out about the real Wild Wolf. Remember, push out the negativity, push in the positivity. The best is yet to come. Just fully. All social media, AliciaGWorld. At Facebook, my YouTube, Facebook, more all Alicia G. AliciaGWorld. Welcome to Spill the Tea, Wild.
Hello. How you doing today?
How you falling out? I am falling out of control.
Congratulations on the 100 mil.
I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much. I thought I was gonna collapse for a minute because we were like 14 boxes short. But hey, miracles do happen, and boom, boom, baby, let's go. Oh my goodness. An amazing day. Welcome to Spill the Tea with Alicia G. And that one special guest, his name is, well, I call him Wild Wolf, but his official name is the Loyal Wolf 69. How?
Hi, Nikolai. Hi, everyone.
Is there any social media you want to tell the people to know where to follow you at?
I have my Instagram up now on here, so everyone can find me on Instagram. And then I do have Facebook, so with the same name, Timothy DeBreeze. So
Nice. All right, Wild Wolf, are you ready to spill
yes,
some tea?
definitely. Are you ready?
Let's do it. Oh, I was born ready. Boom, boom, baby. Let's get and spill some tea, y'all. Let's spill some tea. All right. First question: have you ever smoked weed?
Yes, since the age of 12, actually. Age 13, I started growing it in my parents' house underneath their roof without them knowing.
Oh, you wild wolf, you.
Yes. I actually had a pot farm that I recently sold. So, getting ready to do the next adventure.
Oh my goodness. He's the farming wild wolf. He's also a cook. He's also a construction owner. Oh my goodness. Tell us about Little Wolf.
I grew up in a small town just north of Grand Rapids, Michigan. So actually, it's Fremont, Michigan. Gerber baby food, hometown of the baby food. Actually, they actually used to be a canning for vegetables and fruits. And he went home one day and seen his wife mashing the food up for the baby, and it's like, there's the idea there. And he switched all his equipment out to make it so that he actually had, so that's what actually the very first baby food ever made was Gerber. So.
Gerber baby food. I did not know that, but now we do, people. Now we do. Gotta be sure you're following our new Wild Wolf, the official host. Sorry, the Loyal Wolf. He's an official host here on BIGO, brand new. Give him that follow, ladies and gentlemen. He needs that love. Show some love. Give him that follow. Follow me. Follow both of us. And let's spill some more tea. And share the broadcast. Tell your friends when you get litty, and juicy, and bossy, and BIGO-licious, and spill some tea while we're at it. Do you come from like a big family, a little family? Like
we actually have my dad with his third wife. He ended up marrying and adopting her 4 kids. So with the family, we have a total of 8 of us. So I got 3 brothers, 1 older, 2 younger, and then I have one older sister and 3 younger sisters. So I got an older brother, older sister than me, then my half brother, and then the adopted kids.
Oh my goodness, holidays must just be like
craziness. Very much so.
People everywhere.
So we like to go to Disney World like every other year as a business trip right off, and we have over 30 people that are in the family between my dad, stepmom, his and the kids, us kids, and the grandkids. So yeah, it ends up being like 32, 33 people there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh
so
my goodness.
You know, and we just stay right there, right on the grounds, and you know, let the businesses pay for it. And then me and my brother and my dad talk about the businesses, and it's all tax write-off. Business trip.
Because you are talking about the business, the family business. Right. Keep it in the family. So now school. Were you the troublemaker? Were you the wild man? The smarty pants?
Actually, I was the shy person in school, but I actually also had a big following and had major parties. Actually had one party that had over 2,000 people at it. We drained the hot tub, filled it with beer. People on the roof. We had cars. We actually had a transportation system for people to be able to get back and forth. We had cars lined up the road 1 mile one way, and then the other way 2 miles, and then we had 2 fields of over 40 acres filled with vehicles. So yeah, it was fun.
How long did the party last?
It was good, probably about 28 hours. So yeah.
Oh my god.
I got in trouble with this. I got in major trouble with this, actually, because my stepdad, because I was supposed to be staying at a friend's house when I planned this party, and I actually made a copy of the key, and we had brand new white carpet that ended up being black by the time it was done. And my stepdad actually pressed charges for breaking and entering. And I ended up, he dropped the charges 15 minutes before court. So for like 3 months, I'm thinking I'm in major, major, major trouble. It didn't slow me down though.
Oh my, I'd be passed out on the floor. I couldn't put together 1,000, I don't know 1,000 people, but oh my god, I don't even know, 20 people.
Here's one too. One time during lunch, a group of us came out to my parents' house. We ended up smoking weed, drinking and all that. We ended up going back. A couple of the girls got caught because their attitude, so they were drinking. And so they got nailed for the alcohol, turned in everyone, and we all went to the office. Everyone that smoked weed got 5-day suspension. Everyone that drank got a 3-day suspension. Everyone that did both got 8-day suspension. Well, I lied my ass off, and when they asked me, I said, I didn't do nothing. Nothing at all. And they go, well, everyone said you're doing everything. Well, no, I didn't. I said I was off playing with my computer and everything, and, you know, so I didn't know anything about it. So everyone admitted everything, got their suspensions. I did not get a suspension at all because I did not admit to anything. So I was high as hell, but, you know, I used to smoke weed in my American Lit class because I sat right underneath the vent so I could just blow the smoke up into the vent above me.
Oh my goodness. What was your first experience like smoking weed?
Well, actually, it wasn't too bad. It was kind of a interesting day. And then when I got when I went home, my parents picked me up from where I was at, and I got in the car, and my stepdad goes, what are you guys cooking there and all that? And I go, breakfast stuff. And they go, and my stepdad's like, oh, so it must be bacon that I smell on you. The smell of bacon. I go, yeah, that must be it. So I didn't get caught on that either.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we know you like to smoke weed, and that's okay. I was teasing you at first if you ever smoked weed, but if you could smoke weed with anyone, who would it
With
be?
anyone. That's a very good, interesting thing. But
Like Willie Nelson, Snoop Dogg, you know, I don't know. Do you have
well,
someone you want to smoke weed with?
there is a couple people
Anyone.
like you said, Willie Nelson and Snoop Dogg, of course. I mean, they got the bomb ass shit, you know that. So, yeah, yeah, like that'd be great. Um, but I think
Cheech and Chong.
Cheech and Chong actually have smoked with them. Backstage passes at one of their concerts. So, yeah, that was a good day. So, very good day. So, then we had yeah. I've actually on Instagram. I was able to get Snoop Dogg to bring me up on his Instagram, and we both smoked together at the same time about 2 months ago.
Oh my.
Yeah. So yeah, that was an
Awesome.
experience. That was kind of cool. So I never thought it would happen, but just
That is so
what
cool.
happened to be
Cheech and
just
Chong
happened
and
to
Snoop
be
Dogg.
that it was like 4/16, 17 that I got on, seen him on, and I go, I've always wanted to smoke with you, and this is probably the closest I'm gonna get. Can I come up and we can both do a hit at the same time at 4:20? And he brought me up, and we did. So that was doing a live. So that's kind of cool. I mean, like I said, I never thought it would happen, but it did. So my daughter was jealous as hell. Why didn't you let me come? I go, like, you're not gonna be coming into that. So yeah.
Oh my goodness. That is a very cool story. Guys, you're just tuning in, you're following, sharing, tapping on that screen. We're spilling some tea with the loyal wolf, which I call the wild. Woof! Alright, so you went from basically party boy in school to having a business,
Right.
growing marijuana. Construction? How
Well,
did construction get thrown in there?
When I was a kid, let's go all the way through this here. I started at age 12 working for my father in the grocery business. So I ended up putting 17 and a half years in with him. We had a very hard falling out. Didn't talk for about 5 years after that. Even though I'm part owner, I became part owner of the businesses, so I do get royalties off of it. But, it actually cost him $1 million, he said, in the first year when I left, between customers that he lost and some number of employees that he had to take to replace me. So, and then I went into Staples, started working at Staples. Within 3 years, I maxed out their pay scale. Went over to PetSmart, became a lead there with the animals and all that. Maxed that one out. Then I went into door-to-door insurance sales. Then I ended up having a seizure disorder, and I wasn't able to drive. So I ended up, basically had to stop the door-to-door thing, and ran into a church member, and he had a construction company, and he it was one job that I could do because, you know, if I needed to relax, if I needed to sit down, if we had to take the day off, he allowed it. So it was, you know, if it wasn't for that, I would not have been able to. So after about 10 years, I bought part of the company, and we ended up just going from there for the last 4 years. So, and then now it's me. I own it. He passed away in August, as some of you know, and so. But when I got in construction 14 years ago, I barely knew hammer, screwdriver, you know, the basic tools for. So, I mean, I did know some because I did restore a bunch of cars when I was like 16, 17, 18. I also had a mud truck when I was in the 20s, early 20s. So, yeah, I did. I knew those tools pretty good, being able to work on engines and all that. Yeah, which is kind of nice because when my vehicles break down, I still can get in there and I know what I have to do to put it together, so I can save the labor on it. So save the 10% increase that they do at the shops on the parts too. So
Okay, so being in the construction business, what is your biggest project you ever taken on? Like the biggest thing you ever built or part of?
we probably the biggest. I mean, I've done a lot of full builds, but probably the biggest job was like a 3,600 square foot house that was like 100 years old. So it all had to be re-leveled, had to be, and just a full remodel. Had to pull all new electrical wire through the walls and everything. So uh, there's areas that actually we had to take the mud and plaster out and put drywall up. You know, blown insulation. You know, you actually put holes in the walls to actually blow insulation into the walls because it wasn't insulated, and cap it. And yeah, so that's probably the biggest job that I ever got into. So,
That is a sounds like a total craziness job. Oh my goodness. Oh, what is the main type of construction you do? Is this like
remodeling is what I like to do the most.
Builds.
I love to do remodeling because it's, you know, nice to be able to go in and, you know, repair things that are, you know, and it's kind of nice. Well, like one of the more recent remodels that I did is they wanted to bring their laundry room down from upstairs or downstairs to the main floor. So we took a closet, increased the size of the closet a little bit, and put the laundry room right in the closet. So yeah, so you know they go right down the hall and bifold doors, and there's the laundry room right in between the 3 bedrooms. So yeah, so it's kind of nice. I mean, it's convenient location too because one bedroom you bring it, you come around the corner, and then the other two go from the other corner and get right to the laundry room. So you know, it's convenient for them because they don't have to end up carrying laundry baskets all over the place. I mean, it's literally basically 10 steps off of each bedroom to get to the laundry room. So
Definitely. Compared to like going like all the way in the basement or
right,
all the way downstairs, it's much more convenient.
right.
Definitely. So we went from party boy to growing the marijuana, all the way to own construction company and cooking. How
I've
did you
been
get into
cooking
cooking?
since the age of 8, actually.
Oh my
I've just
goodness.
always had a passion for cooking. I actually, when my mom and my dad split, my mom, my grandma, my sister, and I lived in one house. So I actually grew up with the the knitting, the sewing, the cooking, and all that. So I just took on and learned all that. So you know, I have friends that actually come over and say, "Hey, I need something sewed," so I sew it for them. So
He's a man of many talents, y'all. Many, many, many talents.
And I haven't slowed down on the partying at all.
Okay.
I still enjoyed having the parties. So.
What is your favorite thing to cook?
Favorite thing to cook is my lasagna. I make a 17-pound lasagna. So, yeah, that's right.
I've seen pictures of it. It looks so good.
And thanks to you recently, it was the very first time that I ever did a veggie lasagna, and I did it half and half, and everybody loved it. So, yeah, you suggested it, I did it. So.
You made it come to life, the reality. Oh. So he loves to cook.
I love to make good meals.
I love
to make good meals, period.
It's so good.
You know that? Because it's just like, I like to feed the neighborhood. I do that a lot. So. I have an old folks home across the street from me, so they like it when I make, it's like, I got extra food. What do you guys want?
Feed in the neighborhood.
Yes, Monty, I do.
Monty wants to know.
Make special bread. I make gummy bears. I make Rice Krispie treats, Fruity Pebble treats. I do, all special. Candy bars. Candy bars with almond. So, yes. So, cookies, cake.
And these are all
special.
Specialty.
Yeah. I make hash. I make butter. I make Simpson oil. So yeah.
He cooks. He does it all. He does it all, folks.
Well,
he does it all.
Like I've been telling people, if there's something you want to see or learn, ask me, because I'm willing to go out there and learn it, because I like to learn things and do things. So my lives, it's like I'm always looking for ideas of something that somebody may want to learn, and I will take the time to learn it, and we'll learn it together. That's what I tell people. So.
I've never tried any specialty infused desserts or food ever in my life. Honestly, as my witness, I never have. I've heard of them from you guys, but never have.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't judge. Have some for me. Yummy, yummy.
Yeah, I doubled up just to help one of our family members. Couldn't just smoke right out. Yeah.
With the brownies? Monty loves some brownies. I'll take some brownies minus the specialty ingredients in there. I love brownies.
Well, there's an interesting story behind those brownies too. Actually, my son was conceived on that. My first wife was allergic to marijuana. Me and my buddy for New Year's had made a big pan of brownies. Him and I were eating them, and she was wanting them. I was like, you can't have them because you're allergic to it. And so I ate half a pan, he ate a pan. We ended up going outside. Now, the police station is a block from us. The school's across the street from us, and we seen the New Year in throwing off machine gun shells in the air. And then went in, and then my son was conceived.
Oh my goodness. Oh, too funny, too funny. Alright. Do you consider yourself a ladies' man?
No, I don't. Even though, people say I am. People say that I get along with them all, and I have the way to talk with them, and I can always get them smiling, and I always get them come my way. But yeah, I've been paid for it recently, so take care of them, taking care of their needs.
Do you consider yourself what's the word they a male?
You might as well say that. I just call myself a male whore, so straight up.
Oh, there you have it. Spill
I mean,
that
my
tea.
last relationship. I mean, we were together for 20 months. We had sex every morning before I went to work, every night before bed, and at least one time during the day after work. So, yeah.
Oh my god.
And it wasn't short sessions either. Never short sessions.
Have you ever dated more than one person at a time?
One time, actually, but they all knew about each other. Actually, I ended up with one of them. One of them was my first wife. The other two didn't. But the interesting thing about it is I didn't have to worry about making a mistake because all three of them were Shannon.
It wasn't one, it wasn't two, it was three, folks. It was three. Spilling that tea. The wolf is spilling some tea. Oh my god. Alicia
right.
called the right name. Right. Oh my god. Do you believe in like polygamy?
I believe everyone should just have sex and enjoy it. Period. I mean, realistically, come on. You can't get any closer. You can't even get any closer to that with a person, and to just have, straight up. And I always say you should at least have it twice because the first time it's always uncomfortable. The second time you can let go. You already know it's on. Yeah, you're good.
Oh my goodness. Have you ever, as OG Ho Daddy would say, been to a Mazzola party? Rolling in Mazzola? Oh, okay. Okay. Spill some tea, Wolf. Tell us about those.
I'm going to tell you probably
parties.
The best party I went to was actually I drove 3,000 miles for. And actually it was one of those interesting things. And actually it was not just like, it worked out because my parents were only like 15, and my mom and stepdad live only like 15 miles from it. So I was actually able to, visit my parents for a couple days. So it wasn't like I was, my mom and stepdad. So it wasn't like it was just, I drove 3,000 miles to go to a swingers party and drive home. No, it was, I made double benefits of it, I guess you want to say. But I think the funnest thing about that party was when we ordered pizza. And the pizza guy came, and all the ladies show up at the door naked, grab him, bring him inside, and the guys went and took one of his tires off, put a spare tire on it, and took the air out of his tires so he could say that he had a flat tire, so that's why he was late getting back. So yeah, the pizza guy just got involved. Pizza guy got involved with like 12 ladies, grabbing a hold of them and throwing them on the floor and ripping his clothes off. So
the ladies
yes,
ripped his clothes off.
Yes.
Did he play along?
Well, at first he was like,
resistant?
I gotta get back to work, and me, of course, I would have to do it. I go, we got you. We're gonna let the air out of one of your tires. We're gonna switch and put your spare tire on it so you can, and we had him call them and say he had a flat tire. So yeah, we switched the tire on it so he could have some fun. So.
How long did
about a half hour.
The delivery man?
He got taken care of, got to enjoy, and a story that he'll never forget.
Oh my goodness! And now, were you like
No,
the head of this
actually, I
party?
was
Or
an
just
outsider from out of town that came into it. So people I met on the internet, and me and me and my girlfriend, we're swingers, big time, and well, let's go. So the best pussy I ever tasted was at that
a
party.
swing? Wow.
Just saying.
The swing wild wolf is in the house, y'all. You're following, sharing, tapping on that screen. Come on, baby.
She's lost for words, folks. She's lost for words.
Oh my, how are y'all doing? Guys?
Yeah,
Following,
see,
sharing,
just switch the subject
on
a minute
that
to
screen.
gain composure.
Oh my goodness. Do you have a Prince Albert or any other piercings
No, I
you can
don't.
tell us about?
So I haven't.
Any
No,
plans?
I'm on blood thinner, so I can't
Plans of
do
getting
any.
just
Piercings is kind of a no-no. So
did you ever
I had
have
my
a
ear
piercing
pierced when I was in
like
high school.
in high school?
So yeah. Oh,
Okay.
so
Oh,
I
any
have
tattoos?
tattoos. Yes, I have tattoo, one on my leg that's one side is a wolf, another side is a dragon, and it comes into a heart shape. Then I have one on my shoulder with two dragons coming up into a heart shape. And then I have my key tattoo. So, and that's from a lady. A lady and I both did that. We had mirrored tattoos. So, yeah.
Guys, who's tuning in? We're spilling some tea here with the Wild Wolf himself. Name change, Wild Wolf. Anthony, thank you. All right. Do you have any fetishes?
Fetishes. Nah, not really, because I mean, I just go with the flow. I just go with the right.
Toys, balls,
No, I really never had any type of that. It's just I just go with the flow. Whatever they want, they get. So I mean, that's the way to go. I mean, come on, just go with the flow. It's life's too short to say that you haven't experienced something. So, like I said, I don't have a list of what I want to accomplish in life because my list would never be fulfilled. Because every time I turn around, it's like I find something else. Hey, let's go do that. So, my list is don't slow down, just keep going, and who knows what's going to be the next thing I do.
Any plans to be in the adult film industry?
Well,
anything like that? Or
no, I haven't been, but recently I did mention that to somebody. I go, you know what? I've been married 4 times. It hasn't worked out. So why don't I just go into porn and maybe I'll, end up marrying a porn star and the two of us will end up being able to, we both already know we're fucking other people, so why wouldn't it last? Thought about it. I haven't even got that far.
To use?
Haven't got that far.
If you had to think of one, what do you think it could be? On the fly.
Honestly, I won't even. Too many things to think about there. So, I like to plan my things out. I mean, when I start to think about something, it takes a little bit, and I plan things out, and I come up with a plan, and then I get a plan, I work the plan, and I follow my plan. That's how I succeed with, and making it with the things I do.
Oh my god. Thank you, Michael. Everyone joining, you're following, sharing, tapping on that screen. Well, if I had to give you a name, I think I'd call you the Wild Wolf, because he's a wild wolf. coming in hot. The Wild Wolf. He goes boom, boom.
Well, maybe you'll see that on a screen someday.
Coming soon. Boss Ho Productions coming soon, folks. Stay posted. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so we went over that topic. How about some crazy dates? Like the craziest, oh my god, the girl, I don't know, just went crazy. I don't know. And crazy
dates.
Like the craziest.
That's a really good one, because there's a couple there. I'd have to...
Spill the tea. Spill the tea.
Probably the craziest was... I wasn't planning on going out to this party. I ended up going to the party. We got drinking. It ended up being somebody that worked for me at my dad's store. And we always joked around saying that we were the best at sex. I mean, with each other. It's just one of those things. It's just like, I'm the best, I'm the best, and all that. We got drunk, and, end of the night, we were messing around. We hopped in the car. I forgot my key. I still lived at my parents' house at the time. So I just kicked in the front door, and we just, anything you can imagine we did. And yes, it was, it's not the type of lady that I normally would be with, because, I have, this certain thing, but, it still was one of the best times I've ever had. Probably one of the best. So, it was worth it. I mean, don't knock something until you try it. Come on.
The spice of life.
So yeah, and the best thing is like, a week later, my dad came back from where they were at, and he opened the door, and I had fixed the door frame, but, he didn't get the door quite all the way open, so the knob quite all the way open, so when he was opening it, it cracked a little bit, and he's like, Tim? I go, yeah? What happened to the door? Well, it's like this.
Oh my goodness. That's one of the craziest. What's one of the worst dates?
I actually really haven't. I've been fortunate. I haven't had a bad date, actually. I really haven't. So, I've been lucky. Like I said, I've been fortunate. So, I know I've had over 200 underneath the belt. Yes. So.
Oh my goodness. That's why we call him the Wild Wolf. Guys, we're spilling some tea for the one, the only, the Wild Wolf. If you're following, sharing, tap on that screen. We are spilling some
senior
wild tea
year
with the wolf.
Party. We were drinking. I got drunk. Me and a lady went to the bedroom. The next day, my buddy hands me $700. I go, what's this for? He goes, well, everyone that wanted to have sex with you had to pay $25. And he goes, and I kept 50 for myself, or 75 for himself. I got 700, he kept 75. So, and I knew I had a lot of sex that night, but I did not know how many people I had sex with. So then, shortly after that, I ended up moving up north to one of our other stores. I'm working there, and the guy that worked there, they go, yeah, we had a phone call from 3 ladies that said they were pregnant with your child. And I go, are you fucking serious? And he goes, no, I'm joking, I'm not serious. And he's like, what? I go, well, this could have possibly happened. I mean, so, yeah. So, yeah.
Was it one at a time or multiple at the same time?
Some ones at a time, some there was multiple. I guess it was all over the board. So yeah, it was fun.
A little bit of everything.
Like I said, I don't remember all the details, but I do remember the sex. I remember multiple people, but I didn't realize how much.
My goodness. Alright, let's throw it down just a little bit here. How did you get your name Wolf?
Actually,
Wolf.
one of my friends, when I split up with my last relationship, I had one of my friends that was living out on the street move in with me, and he actually was doing live streaming on BIGO, and he goes, "You need to get into this. You'll enjoy this and all that." And he goes, with all your wolf stuff, he goes, you need to put straight up lonely wolf and lone wolf, and that's what I originally started with. Well, I've always had the 69 in my names, just because the fact is that's my favorite thing to do. So it's so it's just like so that's how that came about. You know. And Lone Wolf eventually became Wild Wolf.
What got you like?
And then, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And then I ended up getting a second account with, because with Halloween, and I had grown my hair out, and I did the Jesus thing. Everyone started calling me Jesus, so I did. I actually had it 69 BIGO Jesus at first, 69, and I switched it now to where, well, I like to smoke a lot, and I like to make sure I hit the 420 mark for everybody as much as possible. I mean, now and then I might miss one here and there, but there's 420 somewhere, when that 20 mark mix, you gotta celebrate for them all the time, The more we can celebrate, the better. So I got the 69, 420 Jesus 69. So that's where that's from. Covers everything.
But like Wolves itself, like how did you
Blood
start
was
liking
since
wolves?
I was a little boy. Just something that I've always enjoyed. Actually, I have such a big wolf collection. It's actually into my friend's room that he's downstairs in his room. I got a bunch of my collection in his room. One of my daughters has a bunch of my collection in her room, and then my room is full. And I mean, carpets, blankets, tapestries, the whole 9 yards. I got clocks. I got waterfalls. I got wind chimes. I've got statues. I even carry statues of wolves on the dash in my vehicles. So yeah, they're everywhere in snow globes of wolves with wolves in them. I mean, I got it. Pretty much, if they make it, I have something of it. I got my dream catchers that are wolves. I got multiple sizes of them and multiple kinds and styles. So yeah.
Very cool. I did not know that part of it. All right, I know you're into crystals. How did you start
crystals? I was in that in high school also. I've actually been into crystals, ESP, tarot, aura reading. Since by the age of 16, I was into all that. Just so yeah.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
Very. He does it all. He's still the party animal, the wild wolf, the ladies' man, the construction man, the cook, the BIGO host. He just does it all.
It was only 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I still had a kitchen table in my bedroom for when I was having parties. So we'd play cards, and from the kitchen table. Where do you have to, why have to go all the way up the stairs? You could just go straight to the bed from there.
Have you ever played strip poker?
Yes, many times.
Oh my goodness. Guys, we do have a call line. If you want, I open the call line. You guys can call in if anyone's into that and ask the wolf some questions. Just throwing that out there, guys. If that's of interest, let me know. We can ring a ding ding the phone. Just throwing that out there. Go on, baby. Do you own a pair of
Yes,
footy
I do.
PJs
I
or
do.
a onesie?
Actually,
okay.
my kids bought that for me for my birthday 2 years ago, and so it actually looks like a suit. It actually has a suit picture on it. So I actually so I like to ask people if they like to see my birthday suit.
Do you ever walk around
Not
naked?
with the kids, I can't. With the kids, I can't. With the kids around, but yeah, when the kids are gone, yeah, who needs clothes? Yeah.
Do you ever consider yourself a
Oh
nudist?
yeah, I've been to nudist camps. I used to live one. I used to live like
You like to
5 miles away from a nudist colony.
How was that experience for you? Spill that tea.
Oh,
Well, spill that tea.
it is different because the fact is you know you already know what to expect, so it's not something that you're just gonna go out there and it's not an excitement or anything. It's just everyone's just comfortable and just relax and talk and I mean you don't even realize that the person that's there, the people there are naked because the fact is everyone's naked and you're just kind of normal talk. It's just like you and I being clothed. So if you're going to the situation, you're already you no big deal. So
Oh my goodness. I never have been to a nudist colony. I never have. I never.
it's
never
one of those
have.
things. So you have to be comfortable with yourself, and yeah, are comfortable with the thoughts of people looking at you. Now, I've always you know what? I've never really cared what people thought. I mean, I've had when high school there was a time period that yes, but once I got out of high school, I was like, you know what? I'm me, and I know who I am, and I know what I've done, and what I do, and what I'm gonna do, and then what I don't, and then there are things that I don't know what I'm gonna do until I do them. But you know, I was always the person. If you said you can't do something, I prove that I can. So.
What would you say your biggest accomplishment has been between all the different lines of careers you've been
Biggest accomplishment. The construction, the growing that up and got into what that was. The weed business, obviously got that taken off to a point where, made good money off of that. And, now I still grow a little bit, but it's just a small indoor grow in my basement. So and yeah.
Gotcha. What is the biggest thing that motivates you in life?
Biggest thing? Money. If there's money there, I will. I mean, if you tell me I can make some money for doing something, I'll get it done. Period. It's just yeah. Make your wish.
Let's make that wish. 1111. Don't say out loud to ever text it. Make that wish. Don't say out loud to ever text it. 1111. All right. So we know what your motivation is in life.
The biggest thing, like I said, my biggest motivation is money. I mean, I work too many hours many times because it's like I see the dollar that's on the other end of it. So I finally learning to slow down. So I slowed down on the construction end, and so I become a host over here so that I can refill that time of, so it's easier, a little bit easier. It's not so hard on the body and all that. So yeah. So and yeah, I'm still fine tuning that. I just once I get it, we'll be there. So.
You will be there. You got this. what is your biggest pet peeve?
Biggest pet peeve? People that constantly lie. They just always, their lie is their reality, and yeah, you know, those obvious lies that people do. I've always believed, tell the truth. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember the story. No matter what, you may get in trouble for what you did, but you're better off to take that trouble than tell the lie and then get the trouble from the lie that you had. I've even taught my kids that, if I catch you in a lie, the punishment is 2 times as much as not lying. So
That is true.
plus,
Truth
once
will
you tell
set
a
you
lie,
free.
then you got to remember that story, and it better be the same all the time for everybody. So it's easier just to, hey, this is what happened, this is what went on, and this is what, don't have to worry about it. So
Very, very true. Good words of advice there. Good wisdom, right? Good wisdom.
And okay, I got one for you. Probably the worst, second worst thing that I ever got in trouble for. Obviously, we know the big party was the one with my dad when I went to a club, got drunk, so drunk that I ended up throwing up all over the people I was with. So yeah, it was bad. And usually at the clubs, they'd call the cops, and the cops would show up. Well, because they knew me and who I am and the popularity I had. They were just like, well, you got a friend here that's sober, willing to take you home, we'll just let you go. So cops weren't called. But they did call my dad and let him know I was on my way. Well, when I got home, I was so drunk I couldn't even open the door. My dad actually had to come out and open the door to get me out. And then when I came in the house, he was following me, and he's like, get your ass up to your room. And he actually threw me up the first 3 steps. I got up to my room. I ended up getting sick, going to the bathroom, started throwing up. My dad comes up with his cowboy boots on and started kicking me in the rib. Where did you get it from? Where did you get it from? I said, I'm not going to tell you. You can do whatever. He ended up, he goes, well, I can figure it out because I know who you left with. So he went, and he did end up finding out. Well, then he brought the cops back to the house, wanted them to put me in the drunk tank, and they wouldn't do it because I made it home. So he actually carried me down to the flight of stairs, dragged me, threw me across the street, and he told them that, okay, he's not home. He's outside. And they go, Mr. DeVries, we'll take you in if you don't bring him back inside. So I actually didn't go to the drunk tank, but he literally tried to put me in the drunk tank that night. So, but I've never really been, when in school I wasn't really a big drinker. There was days. I had, and it was always right.
You know how to
right. And like me and my, with my dad, the rule was is if you're drinking, wherever you're drinking at, you sit, you stay. If you don't come home, I know you're drinking. That's why I got in trouble because I went out. So yeah. So, been lucky there, but I was always the one that I always just smoked the weed and everyone else drank, and I drove, and I had a van that had 2 20-gallon tanks. I'd make them fill the tanks when we started to go out for the party on Saturday, and we'd be drunk. They'd be drunk on the way in it back, and I'd act like we ran out of that we were getting low on gas, and pretend that I'd fill the gas tanks back up and get another $100 out of the guys, more than what I actually. So yeah, so I was making money for being the chauffeur, and never rolled a joint myself. I always had everyone roll joints for me. It's always been bongs or pipes or water pipes, water bongs, gravity bongs. It's always been that. But I've smoked a lot of joints and stuff, but I don't roll them. They roll them for me. It was one of those things that when I was younger, I they would actually, I get a pound of weed for the week every week, and they the guys, before we could go do anything, they would have to roll half of it up for me, because the other would do all the bongs and the other half would be set for me for the week. So yeah, so I had it made. I mean, it's like one of these things that I've never thought of myself being the leader or anything like that, but it seemed like everyone did follow me, because I look back, especially I look back now, and if I when I started wearing cowboy boots, like within a week, 50% to 60% of the guys in the school started wearing cowboy boots. Changed if I decide to wear something just out there, way out there, and started wearing that type of stuff. 50 to 60% of the guys in school would all of a sudden be wearing the same type of thing. So, yeah. So I did get so I guess, like I said, I've always been one of those people that's been shy and always thought that I was nobody. But when I said back, I always act like that way, I guess. But I've always known that people, I did have a pretty good following. So.
Oh my goodness. Alright, if you could pick one song that describes your life, what would it be?
Probably Dr. Feelgood by Motley Crue. Straight out party. Straight out party. Total party. Yeah. I live every day as if it's a party. Why not? That's one thing, with this coronavirus, a lot of people look at me kind of strange, but, well, with my health conditions, one, I, can't wear a mask because my lungs and stuff like that, but it's never slowed me. I mean, I've always gone, I've always done it. It's like, I've always felt if I'm going to slow down and I'm going to let something bother me, go dig a hole in the backyard and jump in it and bury myself. It's like, forget it. When my time's time, it's time. It's like, I'm going to enjoy every minute of it up to that time. So.
What are 3 words that describe you best?
Troublemaker, horny, and pothead.
I'd say wild, party animal, and ladies man. Oh my goodness. Guys, if there's any other questions, you are more than welcome to call in. Does anyone want to use the call-in line, the hotline? Just throwing it out there. If anyone of you do, just let me know. Who wants to ask the wild wolf himself any questions, just let me know.
I'm actually impressed with you tonight. You didn't have to cover your face too much. You did blush a little bit, but not as bad as I thought it was. I was waiting for you to cover your face, because if you covered your face, I was going to bring it right into it and make it so that you would have got worse. I mean, I was looking forward to it, because I was going to oh, so you like that so much. You're kind of interested in doing something like that, huh? I mean, I was going to bring you right there. I was going to go all the way.
Oh my goodness. Pickle, if you want to call in, ask a question, go for it. Guys, anyone have any questions, call on in. Call that hotline, guys. Call that hotline. Let me think. Any final questions?
Yeah, there's just, like I said, life has been interesting, and I don't slow down. I always, I'm the black sheep of my family, because I grew up in a Christian school. I was very, 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 I'm still big in the belief of God and all that. But it's one of these things that you can, my family all believes you should be dresses, shirts, ties, suits, everything you do. And I've never really been that. I dress shirt and tie, yes, with the, being manager and stuff, yes, but outside of it, and I represent the family, so I should not do the stuff I do. Well, you know what? Too bad. You know, and they always wanted me to hang out with the preppy people, and it's like, you know what? The preppy people, I don't want to be. They're too busy. I want to be with, I'd rather, came with a rich family, but yet I like to hang with the guys that never had anything and be able to, help them out, help the little man, and always been there and enjoy that. So the people that got bullied at school, I was always there backing them, always. So it's just always been there.
Now, Pickle has a question. What is your dream vacation if you won anywhere around the world?
Dream vacation, I would like to go to Paris someday and just, find a good old lady that just wants to go and just have a nice, sweet Paris love making vacation. Whether we're together and stay together or anything like that, just enjoy. One that neither one of us would ever forget. Neither one of us would forget.
Are there any questions you wish I would have asked?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay. Well, you are an official host here on BIGO. Do you want to tell everyone about your hosting schedule?
Yeah, I am doing. I'm doing on Sunday nights couponing. Teach people how to do couponing, help them save a buck. The more you can save, the better. I've been doing couponing for quite a few years. So Sunday is going to be coupon night, teaching that. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays are being in the kitchen. Still working on getting the camera set up and the screen set up that I really want to have so it shows the whole kitchen so you can actually see what I'm doing. Construction on Tuesday and Thursday, all at 5 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on all those. And that's more just little tips on construction. Stuff that I was planning for today because of our major snow that we had. I wasn't able to go out and get the stuff that I wanted from the job site to actually show the tips on it. So, I winged it and did other things. Still managed to stay on schedule. Know people and let people as they were coming in know what was going on. So I actually scheduled I put on it that due to technical issues is how I posted up. So that way when people came in, it was like I was telling them what the technical issues was. But so just chat with people and was what I did to make up for it. But I'm still trying to get everything 100% set the way that I want. And then Saturdays it's just going to be who knows what I'm going to talk about. But I'm trying to do a 7-day, 5 to 8 p.m. Eastern time show. Just stay on a pattern, do it, and that way, if you do it and you keep doing it, and it becomes a habit. And once it becomes a habit, it just becomes easy. So and it would have been easy today to say, well, yeah, it would have been easy today just say, well, forget it, I'm not going to do it because of the fact is I didn't have the stuff. No, I figured out, still, I'm said, no, I'm going to be on there because I need to be on there at the times that I'm saying I'm on so that, and that's why I have my flyer up so that it forces me to stay there. And that's just my main content. And then I'm going to be doing, multis and oddball stuff on top of that here and there. But, I wanted to have something that if people are looking for, they can come and follow and do and I'm going to be there at these times for this. So, and that way it gives them content, gives them something. I want to follow him because I want to check this. I want to go in and check this type of stuff out. So I figured that will give me a fan base that will be there for the everyday stuff. So, yep.
Absolutely. I wish you the best of luck in your new hosting career as an official host on BIGO. I'm super proud and know the AG Army will help in any way we can.
And I will have to say that, the family has been, really supportive, and it's been great. I've been grateful of it. And I've been out in the streets, and I've actually have picked up quite a few followers that have been showing up on a daily, and, not expecting the gift right away, but I figure, once they're there and I start getting it and they keep on coming and they keep coming in on a regular, the gifts will come. So, I'm trying to take this month to basically get the support. Once I get the support, do what I need to do to get the support, and it will grow that way. So, just, yep, it should be good.
That's yet to come. Just believe. All right, what was your favorite question out of all the questions I asked?
Oh, it'd have to be the party stuff, the wild stuff that I do. So, because those kind of questions has allowed people to actually really think about things. And you know what? Maybe I should experience more than my life than what I have. And yeah. Straight up. Right.
Straight up. Is there any question you want to ask me?
Nothing offhand. Do you know, I know you're getting ready to do another music video. Do you know anything on time period when you're hoping to be able to start filming that?
Tentatively as of now, we have March 13th.
Okay.
We're going to start filming it.
So you got a lot of work to do over the next 6 weeks.
Yes. So. Yes.
You can do it.
Begun.
You can do it.
Excited. We will.
Yes.
I'm excited. I want to say thank you for being an amazing guest here on Spill the Tea. Y'all, give it up for the wild wolf himself. He knocked out of the park and got to share and spill some crazy, wild, hot, spicy tea with us on Spill the Tea with Alicia G.
Thanks, guys. Amazing, I appreciate it. All of you. Thank.
And we gotta do a boom boom baby on 3. 1, 2.
Boom boom baby.
Boom boom baby. Awesome. Wow. Thank you so much. You are all amazing for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Wow. Thank you for being here, being our special guest on Spill the Tea with the one, the only, the construction man, the farming man with the marijuana, the party man, the ladies man, the cook, the official new BIGO host. You're awesome. We love you.
One last quick thing. I am actually looking at one more thing. Yeah. Doing a Compassion Club strip club combination. I haven't stopped drawing. I'm still out there thinking of what I'm gonna do next. So
you never cease to amaze me.
I've actually started doing the research on the legal justice of it with the state and all that. So it shall be, So we'll see where that can go. There's a lot of research and a lot of things I have to do, a lot of licensing and stuff that has to be looked into and figured out. So don't know if it's gonna come about for sure, but I'm looking into it. So
You just never know. You never cease to amaze us, Wolf. You never do. Guys, give him that follow. Follow me. Follow him. You guys are amazing. And I hope you all enjoyed the episode of Spill the Tea with Alicia G and the one, the only, the wild wolf himself. Remember, guys, all social media, AliciaGWorld, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TT, Twitter, Facebook, and more, all AliciaGWorld. Of course, here on BIGO. Hit that bell for notifications. Subscribe my YouTube channel. And thanks for watching. Thanks for being you. We'll
Don't forget straight to your website above the comments. You can find everything Alicia right there. So,
AliciaGWorld.com.
5,000 diamonds. She keeps track of it. You can get a signed calendar of her with Mustangs and everything. Bikinis. Hot. I highly recommend to do.
For 2022. Thanks for being you. Thanks for being amazing. We'll see you next time on Spill the Tea with Alicia G and that one special guest on Spill the Tea, Alicia G. Oh, and boom, boom, baby.
Enjoy.